Okay, good morning, class.
Welcome to your 8th grade U.S. history class. I want everyone to recall that last week we were talking about the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution. Now this week we're going to be talking about the preamble. And to just recall, to get everyone's memory going, I'm going to pass around the warm-up for the day. Thank you. So, like I said, today we're going to be talking about the preamble, and for today's warm-up, I want everyone to try to recall what they already know about the Constitution and about the preamble. And so, just like I said, last week we were talking about the Articles of Confederation and introducing the Constitution. So go ahead and take a minute and think about what we talked about last week, or whatever you can recall about the Constitution. You okay, Leo? Falling asleep there, huh? And then when you're done recalling what you already know, I want you guys to brainstorm for another minute what you think you want to know about the preamble and the Constitution. So, if you're asking yourself some questions like, why is it important? Or who wrote it? Why do I care about it? Those are pretty kind of important questions to ask, because you're setting up that baseline of what's so important about this document. And while you guys finish that up, I'm going to pass around today's activity. Kenji, can you put your phone away, please? This is your final warning. If I see it again, I'm going to take it away. So everyone should have received a copy of today's activity and the document of the preamble. Now I've blown it up and I've highlighted some keywords that we're going to be talking about. But before we move on, can I get a volunteer who wants to share what they know, or something that they know or want to know about the preamble Constitution? Go ahead.
The Constitution says, "We the people of the United States." Who are the people?
Who are the people? That's a good question. And we're going to be talking about that a little later today. We're the people, then. So that's a really good question. So let's move on. Let's move on away from the KWL and let's move towards the activity. So if you guys pay attention or notice, I've also highlighted or added phrase for phrase. So what we're going to do today is we're going to deconstruct the preamble and learn what these words really mean. So some of the important words I've highlighted: perfect union, justice, ensure domestic tranquility, common defense, general welfare, liberty, and posterity. Now, I know some of these words are probably pretty big for you guys, or some of you guys probably don't know, or maybe all of you know what these words are. But today, as a class, we're going to work together and, like I said, further deconstruct these words. So we're going to go ahead and work on number 1 together. So, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. A more perfect union. Can I get a volunteer who wants to try to tackle what does it mean, more perfect union? You okay there, Emilio? You wanna maybe stand up, stretch? Oh, all right. Go ahead.
The U.S. at the time was referred to as a union, particularly like President Abraham Lincoln objected in the Civil War was to save the union, which means like everyone together. I don't know if we would call ourselves a union today, but I know at that time that's kind of how the country was referred to.
Oh, okay, you're on the right track. So, what Ben mentioned was that we're all a union, but and this when this document was forming, perfect union meant a good relationship between state and federal, right? So I want you guys to write out that definition, right? A balanced relationship, not even just between state and the federal government, but also between the three branches, right? The legislative, the judicial, and the executive branch. So now that we've written our definition, I want everyone here to rewrite it in their own sentence. Use perfect union in a sentence. So go ahead and take a minute and go ahead and write a sentence of a perfect union. Would you like to share, Kenji, what you wrote?
My parents' marriage was not a perfect union.
Okay, that's a good example. Sorry to hear that, but it does happen, and that's a good example. And then when you've written your sentence, go ahead and draw your picture depicting a perfect union. It can be maybe people holding hands. It could be maybe some symbol of solidarity. But whatever you think a good depiction of a perfect union is. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the next word, justice. Can I get a volunteer on what they think the word justice means? Go ahead.
Fairness.
Fairness, okay, that's a good word. Go ahead, Emilio. Batman? Batman does symbolize justice, and he does fight crime. So that is a symbol of justice. But in this, what definition that we're trying to create is to hold people accountable and to hold ourselves accountable to one another, right? Like Bailey said, it's fairness, it's equality. So justice is creating that community and that holding each other accountable. And so then go ahead and write your sentence from our definition that we wrote, and go ahead and draw a picture of what your symbol of justice is, whether it's Batman or maybe Lady Liberty, Lady Justice, the Supreme Court. These are all symbols of justice. And then can I get a volunteer to share their sentence or their drawing? Maybe someone who hasn't spoken up. You okay there, Emilio?
Yeah.
Were you up late last night?
Yeah.
How about you stand up and maybe just give yourself a small stretch?
That's cool.
It's cool? Okay. Well, let's try to keep our heads up, okay? I still need one volunteer to share what they wrote or their drawing. How about you, Emilio? Do you want to share what you drew?
The Batman symbol.
You drew the Batman symbol. Okay, thank you. It's a good symbol of justice there. So let's move on then to the next word. Ensure domestic tranquility. So this is a pretty big word, right? It's 3 words, but who knows what tranquility means? Go ahead.
Peace.
Peace, right? Tranquility is peace. Who knows what domestic means? Go ahead.
Local.
Local, okay. Domestic, or it could also mean home. So what this word is trying to emphasize is that we're trying to create peace at home within the United States. So that's our definition for ensuring domestic tranquility. Ensuring peace within the United States and our home. And then go ahead and write your sentence using tranquility in a sentence. You do not have to use the whole word, just tranquility in a sentence. You okay there, Mila?
Yeah,
Just really tired? It's okay, buddy. We're almost there. Just try to stick with me. Like I said, I think it'd be good for you if you stood up and stretched a little bit. Get your arms going. It's cool, alright. Okay, I think everyone's ready to move on to the next word. Common defense. So, what does common mean? Does someone have an idea of what common is? How about someone who hasn't shared, like Kenji or Milo?
Common.
The rapper?
Rapper? There's a rapper named Common, but common means kind of general or everybody. So what this is trying to refer to is everyone. Like, what about defense? What does defense mean? Can someone share what defense means?
Protect.
To protect. Okay, right. So common defense, if we try to what we've broken it down to is the protecting everybody, right? So that would include establishing not even just local law enforcement, but also our military, right? So that's our definition for common defense, is protecting everyone through a military and through local law enforcement. And then again, go ahead and draw or write, use common defense in a sentence and draw a picture of it. And then we're gonna close off with this last word, general welfare. So general kind of also has the same thing as common, referring to everybody, but who knows what welfare means, or has an idea of what welfare could mean?
Government assistance.
Government assistance, okay, there are welfare programs today that are forms of government assistance, but welfare moves past just defense of people, but supporting the people and providing those services and stuff like that. You okay, Emilio?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It's alright.
Nice.
How about, like I said, just start standing up and stretching out.
Yeah, no, I do that for PE.
You do that for PE?
Yeah,
Well, one more stretch would do good for you.
no, it's okay.
It's So, like I was saying, general welfare, protection. Kenji, I'm gonna have to take away your phone, because like I said, you're an 8th grader. I don't think you really work. So you can get this. You can get this at the end of class.
You can text me.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's very much fair, because you know that there's a 0 tolerance for phone use in our school. Okay, class. Well, that's pretty much the lesson for today. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys next week.